Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today I wanted to just discuss with you about what happened yesterday from when I'm recording this video, and that was not one of my best days in EVE Online. I have absolutely been destroyed. I've got absolutely wrecked in almost every kind of way. It feels like just everything has been against me yesterday and even this morning actually. So or just to go briefly what I'm doing right now, I'm just collecting some loot from a Salvager Haven that I destroyed in a rattlesnake. But the thing that happened yesterday is that these Salvager Haven stuff, while it's alright when it comes to the ISK, it gives a bit over 100 million ISK an hour. The thing is, I don't like it as much as the Abyss. The thing is, they're like so repetitive, these Salvager Havens. It's just so repetitive. It's the same thing, just shoot forward, the same enemies. The thing is, when you're flying a Gila in the Abyss, it's still some kind of piloting involved. There's, when I'm doing the Salvager Havens, there's hardly anything involved. All I have to do is align out, just shoot the enemies that are in the exact same place every single time, the exact same enemies, and that's it. The only thing that's kind of variable, the ISK is also the same. The only thing that's a bit variable is the escalations that can happen. So this is an example of a good loot drop from a site. Remember last time I got like 5 million, now I got 10 million. This escalation, the 10 out of 10 escalations, they can give really good loot. Like we're talking hundreds and hundreds of millions, maybe even billions if you're lucky. And those can come, but I thought they would come more often. That's why I was like kind of hyped for the Salvager Havens, because I could get these escalations and do them. And you know, potentially get those good loot drops. They're also a lot more difficult than the Salvager Havens, so I thought that they'll be fun. But no. I've not got a single one after doing so many of these. It's really annoying. So what I thought was, okay, I'm gonna do a bit of Abyss, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on a ship in case I get wrecked. And that was a good idea, because I decided to use a retribution in doing T2s, and doing retribution in T2s is alright. It gives a between T3 and T4 ISK. So I mean, it's not amazing, but I mean it's decent. It's alright. It's okay for being out here. And I was doing that. First sight, when I warp out, some guys found my abyssal trace and absolutely destroyed me. You see here? These guys just annihilated me. There's this Cerberus, Cyclone, Gila, Stiletto, Retribution Jack, just completely destroyed me. And I even went and I thought the reason this happened is quite clear. Like, it's not I was unlucky, I was kind of asking for this. It was because I had the abyssal trace very close to the Jita, or not Jita, I keep mixing up Jita with my home station. It was because this keep star here, I always had the abyssal trace very relatively close to it, like 1 or 2 AU away. So it's obviously going to be a high likelihood that someone sees this on their D-scan, and then they're obviously going to be able to easily scan down my abyssal trace and wreck me really hard. So I got wrecked like that. The reason was because I thought that since I'm so close to the keep star, I thought maybe my friends or like my corp mates would have enough time to come and help me, but it took too long for them. Also, usually when you exit the abyssal trace, I think you have like a 30-second invulnerability timer. The thing is, this retribution that killed me, if we go here, scroll down a little bit, you see here, this guy here, this filthy guy, he went and bumped me, and I think that made it so that I was invulnerable. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what happened. And then another mistake I made was that I got scrammed, but then they dropped scram, and I was warp disrupted, and I didn't use my MWD to try and get away. I was just really dumb of me. Like, I've played this game for 5 years, and sometimes I do stupid things that make me feel as if I've just started playing yesterday. So let's start salvaging. This is another good way of getting ISK. So that's not the only... So this is yesterday, and that was not the end of what happened yesterday. That was really bad. There was more that was to come. So later, I was just like, oh, I want to do a bit of PvP stuff or help the fleet mates do some stuff, something useful. So what I did was I went into my Purifier, and since the Purifier can cloak, I just went to different systems, just looking if there's any kind of people there who are roaming around, because it's kind of, the fleet we have is like it's called a standing fleet, and it's kind of like a defense fleet, sort of. So we're basically looking around for fools who are invading our territory and just going to wreck them. So that's why I was going around. I was looking around if there were some people. And then I found someone. It was a Saber, and the Saber is this interdictor cruiser. He was on a gate actually. This guy here, this one here, and he was actually chilling on a gate. And I was like, okay, I was gonna, and I had just come through that gate, so I was just like, oh, I'm gonna warp through, and then I just cloaked up, and he deployed a bubble, obviously. So I'm not gonna think. I was thinking, it's just, I'm cloaked, it's alright. Then he just went in a path that was exactly the path that made it so I decloaked. He just went straight into me, like somehow he knew exactly where I was going, even though when I cloaked, I changed my path like dramatically. So I find it hard how to like predict that, but he still managed to luckily guess which way I was going to go, and he decloaked me. And then a Loki came in as well and wrecked my Purifier, absolutely destroyed my Purifier. This guy here, he had a Loki friend as well, but he actually didn't even bother shooting because I died so quickly. this scrub, like, look at these people. He just looks like, this Herobrine. This is a guy, a bald Herobrine right here, with the white eye. Like, these guys, you just look in their faces and you can see how filthy they are. So he destroyed me so hard. I just absolutely got annihilated. But that was not. There was more to come. There's more to come, because that guy did not just destroy my Purifier, he destroyed my pod. He destroyed my pod, my 87 million, more like 120 million, because these guys have gone up in price. 120 million is just, that's like that, boom, gone. I was so angry at this guy. It's like, whoa. And it was not really because the ISK was the big problem. It was like, I can usually get that ISK quite quickly. The problem is that ISK will take a bit longer to get out here, since the Sancho Havens give a little bit over 100 million ISK. I'm used to the T5 stuff where you get like 250 million plus ISK now. So that's obviously going to take longer to replace, but that was still not like a big issue. The big issue just was that I had spent a lot of, like, I'd bought quite a few ships. Like, I had bought like a Drake, I had bought so the point is I didn't have so much reserve money, so I had to basically cut into all my reserves. So you can see here, only 38 mil here. It's gone very quickly. But like, obviously a lot of that has gone on the ships as well. I've got like a Drake, a few other ships. Then what happened was that was still not yet to come. So after this happened, I was just in the standing fleet, and this is quite a frustrating thing that happens a lot in Nullsec. I noticed that when you got these invading people who are invading your space, then they often actually, they go in these like really kitey stuff, really slippery, like really fast kind of stuff that warps off instantly and all that kind of stuff. You can never, it's really hard to catch them. And it just feels like every time I'm not in the standing fleet or I'm not doing stuff really actively there, they always get like really nice kills. And then when I'm not there, or then when I am there, then it's always these kitey, slippery, slimy people who I can never catch. And that's what I was doing for the next hour. I was trying to find some people who just kept getting away all the time. Basically nothing happened, and meanwhile I get destroyed all the time. And then I was just like, okay, I've got enough for that now. That's just enough. I want to just get some ISK so that I can just like not have a complete loss today. So what I went was, I did some exploring in my Anathema or Anathema. Cut that out right there. The assets window, please. The Anathema, or Anathema as they pronounce it, I'm not 100% sure. The thing is, I went and found this relic site, and it was good. I got like I think I made 10-15 million, I mean, or something at least. It's just like, oh, okay, I got at least some ISK today, not just whelped everything. So that was alright. But I was thinking, and then it became quite late as well, so I had to go to sleep. But I was thinking was that I want to at least run one abyssal site in my Purifier, because that's also something I did in my Purifier that I had. So the purifier that I lost, you can see here, this was like a PvP fit one. I still had my PvE fit one. And as you can see here, it does not exist anymore, the PvE one. That is because I did an abyssal site. I was just like, okay, I want to just do a few abyssal, because I have done a couple of abyssal sites before in Nullsec, but I wanted to do another one. And I went to this extraction node, and there were anchoring Damavix. And the problem was, the anchoring Damavix really charged in on me. And because I went to the extraction node, it made me in a bad position. They were able to tackle me and kill me almost straight away. And usually I'm able to take on that, but the problem was that, from my mistake, that I did a bad maneuver. I shouldn't have gone to the extraction node because it made me be in a very unfavorable position. It made it so that like I had to slow down to grab the loot, and then I went in a direction that made me a bit closer to them. This made it so that they tackled me, and when I was tackled I couldn't do anything, because the thing is, my torpedoes on my purifier, as you can see here, this fit here, anchoring Damavik, they couldn't really apply when they were orbiting me because they were not really using their MWDs. They were very tiny signature radius. It was really hard to kill them. The torpedoes were hardly applying anything. Usually I'm able to apply really well, like almost a 3-shot maybe a Damavik when they're burning in. The problem was I wasn't able to kite properly because of that bad decision of going for the extraction node. So at least I learned something new. But it was just so annoying. I was thinking, oh, okay, I'm at least gonna do one. I'm just gonna do one site. I just want to do it in my purifier. Just after all this crap, I just want to do one site. After getting wrecked and then losing my PvP purifier, but it's like, oh, I think I just got wrecked again, and that happened this morning, actually a couple of hours ago. So I've been not having a good time in Nullsec right now. It's not been a good time. I understand now why I moved to. I've been staying in Highsec for a long time, and I'm still going to be staying here for maybe a couple of weeks or something. This salvage here, it's relatively valuable. You can put this here, and also this Tayra. I think I put everything here, right? Yep. So everything is in here. This is what I do when I wanted to show you guys what I do when I get all this loot right here. So there's this corp called Alvatis Innovations. It's a buyback program of Brave Empire, or Brave Newbie, Brave like collective in general. And it's really useful because not all corps have a buyback program that's as good as this. So what you do is you just highlight everything, Control C, then you go on this website, you copy paste this. So this is how much they're gonna give for that loot I just highlighted. So then what I do is I then create a contract, and then I do a private contract, and then I go to Alvatis Innovations, and then I next, and I'll receive what it says here. So it says 18.31 million. So I'll do get 18.3112. That will go 18.31 million, and then I add this quote here so that they can like check it. Based on the website thing. Then I just go here, finish, and then I'll be getting this ISK when they come around to accepting that contract, which usually happens within a day. They're very fast, those guys in Alvatis Innovations. They're very I appreciate those guys a lot for being such a helpful buyback program. So that's how I would earn ISK with the loot and the salvage from the sites. And actually, this anathema I was talking about, I forgot to sell the items I got from that relic site I was talking about yesterday. So you see, it was not a crazy amount of loot, but it was at least something. So actually, what I'll do is I'll go in my business contracts, delete the contract because I want to just make a new one so that I can put this all into one. It's just going to be a lot easier for those guys in Alvatis Innovation. Copy paste it into the website, copy the quote, create contract, private, Alvatis Innovations, next, paste the quote, add the value, 29.71 million. There we go. And I'll get a little bit of a ISK bonus right here, and a little tick, as they say. Okay, so that's this little video right here. I wanted to just explain the frustrations I've been having in Nullsec, and I wanted to show you guys just a bit of what I do, or some more like salvaging and looting after doing some PvE activities. It's getting pretty frustrating, but I'm pretty sure I'll pull through. Definitely, I understand why I moved back to I have been staying in Highsec. I'll probably do that within due time. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.